Om Shanti. Is my voice clear and audible? Alright, thank you so much. So we'll begin with a short meditation. Just sit back and relax. Withdraw your attention from the outside world and bring it to yourself. Focus at the center of your forehead and experience that I am that consciousness, that awareness. Wherever your intellect is, maybe thinking about past or future, bring it in this moment, in the present. I am a shining star, shining at the center of my forehead. Try to experience it, feel it, try to visualize, see yourself as a star shining light. I'm not my body, I'm not my past, I'm not my mind. Detach yourself from all the unnecessary thoughts. Just liberate yourself and tell yourself, I am a soul and I am the creator of my feelings and my thoughts. I am a peaceful being. Peace is my original virtue. Experience an ocean of peace within yourself. The calmness, the light in your brain, your eyes, your face, and gradually this stream of peace is radiating to your whole body. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. How's everyone doing today? Good afternoon. I'm good, thank you. All right. So today we begin with our reading. We're still on the chapter number 7, Ego and its trick. Okay, so I'll just share the screen with you. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, so we'll continue from here. Just as our mind and intellect work together to form our physical habits, they work to create our sanskar. So our mind and intellect work to create our sanskars, man or buddhi. For instance, suppose a child receives a report card at school and has not scored well. Here is how her mind, intellect and impressions work. तो अभी सिस्टर शिवानी हमें एग्जाम्पल देके समझा रही कि सपोज किसी बच्चे के रिपोर्ट कार्ड में मार्क्स अच्छे नहीं आए तो इस प्रकार उनकी मनोवृत्ति चलेगी. She gets frightened of the consequences if she tells her parents the truth. Her mind creates different types of thoughts. Should I show my report card at home today, or should I lie that still I have still not got it? But how can I lie to my own parents? They might somehow find out. More thoughts follow. Mummy will surely scold me. What if she cancels tomorrow's picnic as a punishment? I really do not want to miss the fun. तो यहाँ सिस्टर शिवानी दिखा रहे किस टाइप के थॉट्स चलते हैं बच्चे के माइंड में जब रिपोर्ट कार्ड में नहीं स्कोर किया है. तो वो डर की फील का थॉट क्रिएट करती है कि मैं झूठ बोलूं क्या बोलूं मुझे पनिशमेंट मिलेगी माय मदर विल स्कोल्ड मी. तो ये सारे थॉट्स her mind is creating. Her intellect takes a decision to lie to her parents that day and tell her marks only on the next day after returning from the picnic. That decision comes into action and she lies to them. तो कैसे वो माइंड में थॉट्स क्रिएट होते हैं और फिर वो डर फियर होता है बच्चे के माइंड में. तो द इंटेलेक्ट फिर बुद्धि कहती है कि अच्छा आज का दिन नहीं बताते हैं माँ पिकनिक पे हो आते हैं फिर उसके बाद बताते हैं. सो द डिसीजन कम्स इनटू एक्शन. तो जो माइंड और मन और बुद्धि में चल रहा है वो फिर एक्शंस में आ जाता है. After a fortnight, suppose she does not complete her assignment, her mind creates two thoughts of whether to fake a headache and get pardoned or get punished at school. If her intellect decides to tell the truth, she will admit to not doing the homework and get punished by her teacher. But if her intellect again decides that she should lie, she brings it into action. If the girl lies a few more times, maybe on 10 to 15 occasions, then her mind will no longer create two types of thought and her intellect will not evaluate or decide. Lying will become her sanskar. तो कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं कि पहले वो एक बार करती है फिर जब दूसरे टाइम ऐसा कुछ होता है तो दो थॉट्स आती हैं माइंड में. एक कि या तो हेडेक का फेक करें और नहीं तो पनिशमेंट मिलेगी. तो if her intellect decides to tell the truth, she will admit to not doing the homework and get punished. But if the intellect again decides that she should lie, she will bring it into action. तो अगर ये जैसे कि बुद्धि 2 या 10 या 15 बार ऐसी occasions पे if she keeps lying, so it will become her sanskar. Thereafter, whenever she sees a benefit in lying, she will respond out of that sanskar, not only to parents or teachers, but with others too. Effectively, lying becomes a habit and not just a response. Of course, lying becoming a sanskar does not imply that she will lie all the time. After all, honesty is also a sanskar which gets reinforced each time she speaks the truth. Once a sanskar is created, it comes naturally to us. We call it our nature. तो ऐसे जब हम बार बार एक चीज को रीइंफोर्स करते हैं वो हमारा संस्कार बन जाता है. बट ऐसा नहीं कि सारा टाइम ही फिर झूठ बोलेंगे. ऑनेस्टी भी संस्कार है जो अगर हम रीइंफोर्स करेंगे तो that will come out. People often say about their sanskar, it is in my genes. What this means is that it is a sanskar of the soul. Sanskars work on automatic mode. This is the reason for us to believe that we do not choose our emotions and reactions. They simply seem to show up by themselves when there is a situational stimulus. The reaction is not because of the situation, it is because of our sanskar. जो births after births हमारे जो thoughts और feelings they develop हो के repeatedly संस्कार बन गए, तो वो ऑटोमेटिक मोड पे ही चलता है. कुछ भी सिचुएशन आती है, इट इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ द सिचुएशन दैट वी रिएक्ट, इट इज द संस्कार. अ संस्कार कम्स इनटू एक्शन automatically. Our reactions, responses, behaviors, and habits that come to us naturally are a result of our sanskars. Most of our sanskars are healthy and beautiful, but we also have a few sanskars that are unhealthy and uncomfortable. You are encouraged to understand yourself at a deeper level by starting to note down your sanskars. तो यही आज का होमवर्क भी होगा कि हम अपने आप के साथ बैठेंगे, हमारे जो संस्कार हैं उसका लिस्ट बनाएंगे. We'll note down what our sanskars are, our healthy sanskars, and also the sanskars that make us uncomfortable. Awareness of healthy sanskars will enable you to use them more often. The more you bring them into action, the recording of these sanskars will get reinforced. Awareness of uncomfortable sanskars will enable you to consciously avoid them. When you do not use them, their recordings remain dormant. Importantly, recognizing unhealthy sanskars sets you on a journey of change, which is the very intention of this book. तो कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है हम अपने संस्कार को आइडेंटिफाई करें. क्योंकि जैसे सिस्टर शिवानी कह रहे हैं, अवेयरनेस ऑफ हेल्दी संस्कार will enable you to use them more often. तो ये पता हो कि हमारा ये संस्कार अच्छा है, we'll start using them more often. You will bring them into action. तो वो reinforce हो जाएंगे. जो recordings है हमारे healthy संस्कार की, उसको reinforce करना है. बट जो हमारे अनकंफर्टेबल संस्कार हैं, जो हमें पता है, जिसकी हमें अवेयरनेस होनी शुरू, मतलब अवेयरनेस होगी, that will enable us to avoid them. फिर हम consciously उसको avoid कर सकते हैं. When you do not use them, their recordings will remain dormant. मतलब वो फिर उसमें नहीं आएगी, आपके कर्मों में नहीं आएगी, वो हटती जाएंगी slowly. And it sets you on a journey of change, which is the intention of this book. A recording with no retakes. Think of how much care you take before your photo is clicked. Do you know there is an eternal recorder within yourself that is clicking and recording you at every moment? That recording is indelible. And more importantly, there is no retake. मतलब जो रिकॉर्डिंग अब हमारे अंदर हो रही है कॉन्स्टेंटली, जो भी हम कर रहे हैं वो हमारे संस्कार बन रहे हैं, और उसका कोई देयर इज नो रीटेक, उसमें हम रीटेक नहीं कर सकते और वो हट नहीं सकता. वी कांट गेट रिड ऑफ इट. इट्स गोइंग टू बी देयर विद अस. Whatever you think, feel, speak, act on, interact with, read, write, watch, respond, and react to, everything that you do in life gets recorded on the soul at every moment. Whatever you think, feel, speak, act on, interact with, read, write, watch, respond, and react to. Everything that you do in life gets recorded on the soul at every moment. In other words, our every karma gets recorded on the soul. The soul recordings remain with us in the present lifetime and get carried forward into our subsequent life. तो जो भी हम करते हैं वो हमारा कर्मा बनता है और हमारे साथ कैरी फॉरवर्ड होता है आगे की लाइफ में भी. If we want the recordings to be right, we only need to fix the consciousness. Our consciousness or belief system is the source of our thought. It is difficult to check and change the quality of every thought as we create thousands of thoughts every day. But if our consciousness believes I am a soul, then we will automatically think right, speak right, work right, and live right. तो अगर हम अपने थॉट्स, जो हमारे थॉट्स आते हैं, अगर हम एक एक को चेंज करना जाएंगे दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगा. बट द इजी वे आउट इज टू कॉन्स्टेंटली कीप ब्रिंगिंग आवरसेल्फ इनटू द अवेयरनेस दैट आई एम अ सोल. जितना ज्यादा हम अपने आप को ये रियलाइजेशन, ये अवेयरनेस में रखेंगे कि आई एम नॉट दिस बॉडी, नॉट माई माइंड, नॉट दीज थॉट्स, जो भी नेगेटिव थॉट्स आ रहे हैं, जो भी माइंड में आ रहा है, उससे डिटैच करना है खुद को एंड सोल कॉन्शियसनेस में रहना. Okay. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next chapter. Meet the real I. Okay, chapter number 8. Meet the real I. Suppose your best friend has sent you a birthday present. From the moment you hold it, you cannot stop admiring it. The wrapping paper has an elegant finish and design. There is a pretty looking silk ribbon bow that perfectly matches the paper, curled and tied across the package. A long note of good wishes is handwritten and stuck just beneath the ribbon. You smile and in anticipation of what the gift could be. As you carefully unwrap it, you then find an exotic velvet box with traditional motifs on it. You hold it in your hand and are absolutely enamored by its beauty. The wow factor makes you believe that the velvet box is your gift. You find the best spot for it on your desk, place it and keep gazing at it. तो यहाँ पे सिस्टर शिवानी एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं बर्थडे प्रेजेंट की, जो इतना ब्यूटिफुली डेकोरेटेड है और बॉक्स जो अंदर होता है वो भी इतना ब्यूटीफुल लग रहा है, तो वो बॉक्स को ही रख देते हैं. तो जो गिफ्ट मिलता है वैसे ही रख देते हैं. An hour later, your friend calls up to ask if you like the gift. You thank her profusely for the box. She is somewhat irked with when you keep praising the box and the packing. She finally says, all that is fine, but tell me about the actual gift. Did you like it? You have no idea what she is asking. Surprised at your ignorance, she asks you to open that box and look within. Spotting a lining of the lid on the box, you carefully lift it up. The box gets opened and you find the actual gift, a sparkling diamond perfectly set in a pendant. How elated you feel. तो यहाँ पे बता रहे हैं कि वो बॉक्स से ही इतना खुश हो जाती है कि वो अंदर देखती ही नहीं है अंदर क्या है, तो अंदर उससे भी ब्यूटीफुल डायमंड पेंडेंट निकलता है, तो उससे शी गेट्स इवन मोर हैप्पी. Somehow, this is the way we have lived our lives. We are so thrilled with all the glamour and beauty around us that we fail to discover the diamond within, the actual I. तो सिस्टर शिवानी ने एग्जाम्पल दिया है कि कैसे हम बाहर, जैसे वो भी बाहर के गिफ्ट से खुश हो जाती है, वैसे हम भी बाहर की जो हमारी दुनिया है, जो उसी में इतना लॉस्ट हो जाते हैं कि हम अपने अंदर एक्चुअली वी डोंट dive into ourselves, we don't know our inner self. Let us take a moment to unpack our life's most valuable gift. Visualize this scene on the screen of your mind. Look at your designation, position, status, and achievement. They are labels and the ribbons in your life, extremely valuable and attractive. तो अपने आप को इमेजिन करिए, जो भी आपका डेजिग्नेशन, जो भी आपका पोस्ट है, पोजीशन है, अचीवमेंट्स जो भी आपने अचीव किया है, वो सब सिस्टर शिवानी कह रही हैं द रिबन्स इन योर लाइफ, वो बाहर की पैकेजिंग है जो बहुत अट्रैक्टिव है. बट just for a minute, remove them and keep them aside. Next, gently keep aside all that you have bought to use in your life to make your body comfortable and to experience joy through your sense organs. तो धीरे धीरे अपने आप को अनरैप करना है, जो भी हमारे कंफर्ट्स हैं, जो भी एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स हैं, जो भी हमें लेबल्स हैं, वो सब स्लोली स्लोली उनको अनफोल्ड करना है. दे represent the wrapping paper. जो भी materialistic things है हमारे पास, they are all the wrapping paper. Now you have reached the velvet box that symbolizes your healthy, attractive, and extremely useful body. Open that velvet box and you will find a glittering and flawless piece of diamond. This precious diamond within signifies the real you, the soul residing within the body. But why is the awareness of I as a soul so important? Imagine spending a lifetime believing the gifts of life are the box and the packaging while remaining oblivious to the diamond inside. तो यही है, फॉर सो मेनी इयर्स जब तक अवेयरनेस नहीं थी कि आई एम अ सोल, द डायमंड विद इन, जब तक इसकी नॉलेज नहीं थी, अवेयरनेस नहीं थी, बाहर के ही चीजें हमें अट्रैक्टिव और वो ही ट्रुथ लग रहा था, और वी वर ओब्लिवियस, हमें कोई नॉलेज ही नहीं थी कि व्हाट इज द डायमंड इनसाइड, वी वर अननोन टू इट. Then imagine looking for diamond outside, believing it is too expensive for you to afford. Soul consciousness makes the actual diamond the innate gifts of purity, love, peace, happiness, power, wisdom, and bliss, an eternal reality for every human being. And yet, we imagine these emotions are not always accessible. तो जो एक्चुअल डायमंड है, जो हमें अपने अंदर तराशना है, वो तो हम करते नहीं, हम बाहर ही ढूंढते रहते हैं ये सब चीजें, बट दे आर एक्चुअली इंटरनली प्रेजेंट विद इन अस. तो कितने ब्यूटिफुली सिस्टर शिवानी ने ये पूरा एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू एक्सप्लेन किया है. You enter a shopping mall and start looking around. Just for a few meters away, you find a toddler walking around playfully with her mother. You see her smiling and waving randomly at strangers. As you continue to witness her activities, she accidentally gazes at you and flashes a smile. How does that make you feel? Her vibrations of happiness, purity, innocence, unconditional love, and acceptance instantly attract you. तो ऐसे होता है ना जब हम छोटे बच्चों को देखते हैं कहीं एंड जस्ट उनको थोड़ी देर ऑब्जर्व करते हैं तो उनकी जो इनोसेंस प्योरिटी जो लव जो वो देते हैं वो कैसे हमें अट्रैक्ट करता है वो इतना ब्यूटीफुली बताया है कि जैसे हम उन्हें देखते रहते हैं एंड वी फील so much love for them. You reciprocate by waving back and smiling. Even if we start thinking about a small child, like I think about my nephew, and that just makes me smile because of all his innocent behavior and his unconditional love. वो attract करती है हमें वो सारी बच्चों वाली चीजें. During those moments, you forget any stress or problems you have and feel relaxed. This is because you have met a pure, egoless soul. In other words, that child has not yet acquired the wrapping paper, the ribbons and labels, and hence has not created the layers of ego that conceal the diamond within. So just become like a small baby and without all the labels and ribbons. The diamond is exposed in the sense that the soul's purity radiates to you and attracts you. The same happens in the company of saints as well, because with years of meditation and through other spiritual endeavors, they are close to their original soul conscious state. So this happens when you meet someone who is spiritually enlightened as well. जब हम किसी saint से मिलते हैं, तब उनसे भी ये purity की feeling हमें आती है. Okay, Karuna sister has written, yes, I also have my sister's little baby who reminds me of all these. They are so innocent and pure, loveful and blissful. Yes, that's so true. Although you feel you are experiencing the purity and peace of that child or saint, you actually experience your own purity, which is triggered by their soul consciousness. Their vibrations make you comfortable because they connect you to your own innate beautiful qualities. In other words, the company of a child or a saint brings you the closest to being your pure and peaceful self. On the other hand, the vibration of ego or body consciousness in one person triggers ego in another. So when we feel that love, purity, innocence in a child, it's actually bringing our own innate qualities. जो हमारे अंदर की वो क्वालिटीज हैं ऑलरेडी उसी को हम बाहर फील कर रहे हैं बट ऑन द अदर हैंड जब हम बॉडी कॉन्शियसनेस में आते हैं ईगो से ट्रिगर होते हैं तो वही वही चीजें हम किसी और के अंदर की ईगो भी हमारे अंदर की ईगो को ट्रिगर करता है. If you meet someone who is body conscious, you also start feeling superior, inferior, angry, scared, or insecure. So the ego in someone else triggers it in us as well. Ego consciousness, the discriminator. Consciousness is like a lens we wear mentally, and that lens dictates how we see the world. Consciousness refers to what we believe about ourselves, others, and the world itself. The consciousness guy, it refers to what we believe about ourselves, others, and the world itself. This is why we do not see anything objectively. We see everything through our beliefs about them. We build their image in our mind and then try to impose that image on them. इसलिए जो हमारी कॉन्शियसनेस होती है वो फिर हम वही उसी से अपने सब कुछ देखते हैं, वट एवर इज अराउंड अस. हम अपने बिलीफ से ही अदर्स को जज करते हैं. Forgetting our true identity as souls, we have created ego, which means we have worn the lens of ego conscious. Because हम भूल गए हैं कि we are actually what our true identity is. We have created ego और उसी को हमने अपना lens of ego consciousness बना लिया. The lens of ego does not let us identify ourselves as equal souls. It has made us constantly feel superior, inferior, better, or worse in reference to each other. For instance, if we believe we are a role, we connect to another person as a role. That person may have the virtues of kindness and compassion. But since we are looking through the lens of role consciousness, we do not see them as kind and compassionate souls. So if we believe that we are a role, अगर हम बहुत ज़्यादा इस रोल में इन्वॉल्व हैं, तो हम उनके भी रोल को ही देखेंगे, उनकी सोल को नहीं देखेंगे. Then we are going into role consciousness, not soul consciousness. Our ego consciousness, role consciousness in this case, will make us see them as a role, and hence we will feel either inferior or superior to them. This blocks our energies of respect, acceptance, and love. Emotions associated with ego, such as aggression, intolerance, hatred, and retaliation, get triggered more often. तो जब हम बहुत रोल कॉन्शियसनेस में होते हैं, एवरीबडी इज प्लेइंग देयर रोल एंड दे आर ऑल प्लेइंग देयर रोल वेरी ब्यूटीफुली, तो हमें उनको उसी सोल कॉन्शियस में देखना है, उनके रोल से उनको जज नहीं करना. हर एक को अपना रोल मिला हुआ है अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर संस्कार, बट वी हैव टू सी एवरीवन एज सोल कॉन्शियस, not get involved in their role. So it is important to wear the right consciousness lens, one that is true and fair for everyone. Today, if we look at our personal life, interpersonal relationships, nation, or the world, the root cause of every issue or problem is ego consciousness. Notice our thoughts and feelings as we make these statements and observe how our perspective narrows down on so many levels. I am an Indian meeting an American. ये क्या हुआ? Nationality consciousness. मतलब मैं Indian हूँ and I'm meeting an American. I've become the role consciousness of an Indian. So this is nationality consciousness. I am a Hindu talking to a Christian. Religion consciousness. I am the only woman working with a team of 5 men. Gender consciousness. I am older to her, so she must obey me. Age consciousness. I am a father advising my son. Relationship consciousness. I am a security guard greeting my boss. Position consciousness. I am a wealthy individual who engages in charity. Wealth consciousness. I am a landlord renting my apartment to tenants. Possession consciousness. I am a pure soul working with another pure soul. Soul consciousness. All of them, except for the last row, represent different forms of ego consciousness. Ego consciousness is sorry, separating us from others through different labels, and it is driving us to achieve selfish motives. तो सिर्फ जो लास्ट है, आई एम अ प्योर सोल वर्किंग विद अनदर प्योर सोल, सिर्फ वही सोल कॉन्शियसनेस है, बाकी सारे ईगो कॉन्शियसनेस है. It is not letting us. Ego consciousness is separating us from others through different labels, and it is deriving us to achieve selfish motives. It is not letting us unite and live in harmony. Reread the last row of the table. Stating "I am a pure soul" might sound unusual at first, as it is not a part of your day to day vocabulary and is not embedded into your consciousness. तो ये है कि वही कि it takes time for us to understand, तो उस awareness को अपने अंदर imbibe करने में time लगता है क्योंकि इतने जन्मों का वो हमारे अंदर ego consciousness, role consciousness हो गया है कि अभी टाइम लगता है and it's very unusual also to for someone to say I'm a pure soul. Maybe you are not sure how this works practically. Do not worry about that. Simply feel the thought for now. Simply just feel the thought for now. You may close your eyes, think of the significant people in your life, and then say this line for you and for them. I am a pure soul living or working with this pure soul. This line reflects soul consciousness. तो अपने आप के साथ थोड़ा टाइम बैठना है जो भी आपके लाइफ में है जिनके साथ हो सकता है आपका कार्मिक अकाउंट भी चल रहा हो उनको अपने सामने विजुअलाइज करिए और फिर ये कहिए कि आई एम अ प्योर सोल लिविंग विद दिस प्योर सोल दिस लाइन रिफ्लेक्ट सोल कॉन्शियसनेस soul consciousness the leveler each of us is a soul visualize in the center of the forehead the energy, the flawless diamond. Say this slowly to yourself. Say this to yourself slowly. I am a soul, the consciousness, the energy, the power. I am a soul, a tiny point of divine light in the center of the forehead. I am a soul, master of this body. I am a soul. I create intention, thoughts, and feelings. I am a soul. I decide my words and behavior. I am a soul. I create my relationships. I am a soul. I create my destiny. तो ये जब हम मेडिटेशन करते हैं जब हम अकेले बैठते हैं तो ये बार बार अपने आप को ये अफर्मेशन देने हैं अपने माइंड में इन सब बातों को रीइंफोर्स करना है ताकि हमें याद रहे कि आई एम अ सोल कॉन्शियसनेस द सोल cannot be seen or touched nor can its existence be proven scientifically. The seat of the soul is in the center of the brain between the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. However, it can be visualized as a point of light at the center of the forehead. So a soul, we can't see a soul, dikh nahi sakta. It is at the center of the brain, but we can visualize it as a point of light. The soul is also called the third eye of wisdom. In Indian culture, a tilak is applied on the forehead between the eyebrows. That is a reminder of who we are. Besides, in certain places of worship, we not only leave our footwear outside the premises, but we also leave leather belts or handbags outside. Leather symbolizes the body, so this practice reminds us to keep our body consciousness away, set ourselves in a soul conscious state, and then connect to God, the Supreme Soul. तो कई जगह जब हम बेल्ट और ये सब बाहर रखते हैं leather symbolizes the body so this also reminds us not to be body conscious but to stay soul conscious और हम तिलक भी यहाँ लगाते हैं in between the eyebrows When we are searching for peace, love, and happiness, what we are really looking for is a way to live meaningfully with all of creation, with unity and harmony. This is where soul consciousness comes into play. It operates on the principle of truth, equality, and unity. It lets us radiate respect to every soul for who they are and regard them for their age, relationship, and position. Soul consciousness recognizes that the other soul has been on a long journey of birth and rebirth, has faced a broad spectrum of situations, and hence has created a vast variety of sanskars in response to them. This understanding creates acceptance, compassion, empathy, and kindness. So जब we see ourselves as soul and we see the other person as soul as well, तो वो सारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है, वो अवेयरनेस, वो रियलाइजेशन होती है कि ये भी इतने सालों से अपनी जर्नी कवर करके यहाँ तक आए हैं, तो इतने जो भी उनके संस्कार हैं, इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉन्ग जर्नी ऑफ बर्थ एंड रीबर्थ. तो फिर उससे फिर हमारे अंदर वो एक्सेप्टेंस, कंपैशन और एम्पैथी आती है. Okay, so we'll just finish this last bit. Suppose we say she is 5 years old. Whose age is that? The bodily costume is 5 years old. Before that, the soul probably lived in a costume that was 90 years old. And even prior to that, in another bodily costume. But we scold or even raise a hand at the girl only because of perceiving her as a young child. तो ये नॉलेज होने कि वी आर नॉट दिस बॉडी, नॉट दिस माइंड इज सो इम्पोर्टेंट. जैसे छोटे बच्चों को हम डांटते हैं, ये रियलाइज नहीं करते कि जो उनके संस्कार है वो कितने जन्मों से चले आ रहे हैं. तो ये नॉलेज होनी कितनी इम्पोर्टेंट है सबके लिए. When her bodily costume becomes 20 years old, we say she has grown older, so we do not raise our hand. And when the costume becomes 40 years old, we hesitate even to scold her. But if we remember that she is an eternal wise soul, we will respect the soul even in a 5-year-old body. The number we refer to when we say my age is not truly our age. It is the age of the bodily costume we are currently wearing. We are ageless, eternal souls. When we come across a child who is wise beyond the bodily age, we say, old soul in a new body, to imply that the child is bringing out the wisdom gained in an earlier lifetime. The truth is that each of us is an old soul in a new body. Okay. Soul playing roles, तो ये अब कल करेंगे हम. Okay. Um, so I would request everyone to please switch on their camera. और आज की क्या learning है शेयर करेंगे सब. हाँ जी. बाकी सब भी cameras on कर लीजिए please. And who will start today?
Can I?
हाँ जी. Thank you brother.
So today, from the starting itself, how a sanskar is created in a mind. Sister tells about that a girl who is having that score sheet and afraid to tell her parents lies one time, lies twice and becomes a habit and sanskar. And then she keeps on telling that lie. That is how the sanskar is created. Then she told us that once this sanskar is being created, then it comes to action automatically. That is why when we are, sometimes we think that we have peace, but whenever a person whom we don't like, when we see him, it triggers our angry. So that is because of the sanskar. So we don't know how deep the sanskar is. Yesterday also it was saying an iceberg, 10% we are playing with the 10% conscious level, but in subconscious level the 90% is residing, and we have to actually work on our sanskars. I think this book may lead in the coming chapters. I think it will lead to us the actual how to get deep into that sanskar level and get rid of it. And in the today's lesson, that is my takeaway is we are having some thoughts of ego consciousness, positive and negative also. But we have to be careful of making positive thoughts again and again, so that that sort of thoughts will be creating our sanskars. So, and though it is it seems difficult to be saying that I am a peaceful soul, I am a soul, I am a pure soul, and others also a pure soul. It seems first difficult, but if we keep on practicing, a feeling of love, a compassion, everything will generate over time. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother, for sharing. Okay, thank you. Karina, sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
My takeaways are just as our mind and intellect work together to form our physical habits, they work to create our sanskars. And I like the example that our decision comes into action, and when we repeat it a few more times, it then our intellect will not evaluate or decide before doing the same thing again. It will become our sanskar. And here, two powers are very necessary for us: power to judge and power to decide. And it was shared in today's self transformation message too: power to judge and power to decide. And then we all have many sanskars, healthy and unhealthy. And we know that when we keep on repeating our doings regarding our sanskars, our actions, we should repeat the healthy sanskars again and again, so that our recording becomes fixed in our soul. And we repeat our doings. And for the unhealthy sanskars too, if we are aware, then we can change that, and our journey of change will become easy. And I also like this beautiful example that like when the photo is clicked, our photo is clicked, we become very conscious that the photo should become so that the photo should become so beautiful.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
we also take many retakes too. But when we are doing anything, thinking or speaking or whatever we are doing, there is an eternal recorder which is recording each and everything. So awareness is a must. What I learned from this chapter, and from the next chapter, I love the example that there is a diamond within ourselves, that is the real I the soul. And I also like the definition of consciousness, that consciousness is like a lens we wear mentally, and that lens dictates how we see the world. संकल्प से सृष्टि होती है. Whatever we create in our mind, we see in the world. And one more example, I am a pure and I am a pure soul working with another pure soul. It is written that it might sound unusual at first, and that is what really happened with me. It was so unusual, and I used to laugh sometimes that I am a soul, pure soul. Okay, but we should not worry. We should feel that moment for now. Simply feel the thought for now. It is very necessary that when we start feeling it, then it will not sound unusual, and we will start believing it, and it will radiate from us and create our world. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, sister. Thank you. Shashi sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti sister.
My takeaways are, like author said, that we are having two type of sanskar. One is healthy and one is unhealthy. So, healthy sanskars, like Baba taught us in the Murli, that what are the sanskar we should build in our mind on daily basis, by practicing and churning them each and every time during the throughout the day, and by keeping on that churning and churning and all, doing rethink of that sanskar, we can change our bad sanskar into healthy sanskar. And the second one, that author said, that every human body, there is a diamond in between our forehead, and that is the actual part. Means we Baba taught us in the Murli that what is our original nature, and that seven virtues that sanskar, that soul is having: love, peace, blissful, knowledge, power, and others. So that is the means that I love that part, that the soul is having diamond, like a diamond.
Yeah, that is right.
And and the ego, that ego consciousness, different types of egos, as we just read now in the book. And means different forms of ego having, which not actual, means folk, मतलब हम लोगों को सेल्फ जो एक्चुअल रियलाइजेशन है कि एक्चुअल में हम लोग क्या है, वो ईगो के वजह से नहीं हो पाता. So that is the main part, means I came across, means what is the actual boundary for not experiencing the actual soul consciousness. So that is the different forms of ego I have learned. And the main part, the best part is soul conscious. We should try on a daily basis that we should keep ourselves on a soul conscious basis, so that all the problems, all the hurdles in life, we can easily remove it by practicing that soul conscious practice. And also, when seeing others by their original nature, that is, one soul is giving respect, love to another soul while talking or while doing anything, while talking or going outside or sharing something, means should be in a soul conscious. खुद को भी सोल देखना है and सामने वाले को भी सोल देखना है. And while talking or sharing something, anything knowledgeable, and should give respect, love, and also we should keep in the back of the mind that this soul is also having same power as Baba has given to me. This soul is also a child of God, so he is also, or she is also having the same power. That is the takeaway.
या थैंक यू सो मच। हाँ जी, बहुत अच्छे से आपने बताया। वो एक ही सोल कॉन्शियस में रहना, रोल में नहीं इन्वॉल्व होना। जो किसी और का
Yeah.
रोल है, दे आर जस्ट प्लेइंग देयर रोल, हमें उनके रोल में इन्वॉल्व नहीं होना है, हमें सिर्फ
Yes.
सोल कॉन्शियस
और
में देखना।
एक्चुअल में ऐसा होता है, मतलब हम जब भी मतलब हेडेक या पेन होने, हेवीनेस होने लगता है, तो जब ये सोल प्रैक्टिस करते हैं ना, तो ये माइंड लाइट हो जाता है, रिलैक्स्ड हो जाता है। एंड जब भी बॉडी
Right.
कॉन्शियस रहते हैं ना, तो वही हैवीनेस, वही मतलब हाइपर टेम्परामेंट वो वापस से फिर आना स्टार्ट हो जाता है। तो
Right.
मेन रीजन यही है बॉडी कॉन्शियस का, कि मतलब बॉडी कॉन्शियस, बट ये समझ में नहीं आता कि कहाँ पे बॉडी कॉन्शियस होना है, कहाँ पे सोल कॉन्शियस होना है। सोल कॉन्शियस तो जब बाबा के साथ कनेक्ट होते हैं तो सोल कॉन्शियस रहेंगे, दूसरों के साथ भी बातें करेंगे तो सोल कॉन्शियस रहेंगे, बट बॉडी कॉन्शियस के समय भी तो मतलब कौन सी जगह पे बॉडी कॉन्शियस होना चाहिए, that should also be means should know to us.
बॉडी कॉन्शियस तो होना ही नहीं ना, सोल कॉन्शियस है। बॉडी
हाँ सोल,
कॉन्शियसनेस में तो आना ही नहीं है,
हाँ तो
कॉन्स्टेंटली सोल कॉन्शियस।
जब स्टडीज करते हैं तो उस समय तो बॉडी कॉन्शियस होना पड़ेगा ना।
the soul is studying through the body, the soul is acting through this body, जो जो वो सोल ही कर रहे हैं, but we are doing it through the body, we are soul।
Yeah,
हाँ, जैसे
that
देखो
is
नीलम सिस्टर लिख रहे हैं, we are
that
soul।
is
जैसे आप कह रहे हो ना, वो जो कुछ पेन होता है, जैसे मुरली में भी, अभी मेरी सिस्टर से भी बात हो रही थी थोड़ा टाइम पहले, तो वो भी यही कह रहे थे कि कल रात को उनको बहुत कुछ पेन फील हो रहा था। तो एज सून एज शी स्टार्टेड सेइंग कि आई एम नॉट दिस पेन, आई एम अ सोल, आई एम नॉट दिस बॉडी, तो उनको ऑटोमेटिकली वो हटता गया पेन। तो जो भी हम
हम्म
करते हैं, मतलब उस सोल कॉन्शियस स्टेट में ही करना है कि बाबा हमारे साथ है, मैं आई एम नॉट दिस बॉडी, आई एम अ सोल who's playing this role, उसी
मीन्स
अवेयरनेस में
बॉडी
रहना।
को, माइंड को, जो भी काम करे, कुछ भी वर्क करे, हमेशा सोल कॉन्शियस में ही रहना है, चाहे
राइट।
घर में रहे चाहे बाहर रहे, राइट।
हाँ
और
जी।
जब भी स्टडीज करे तो मतलब कोई भी काम को करे, अपने माइंड को, अपने आप को उससे डिटैच होकर उस काम से करे, एंड बी इन द सोल कॉन्शियस, यू आर सेइंग दैट ओनली, राइट।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी। द सोल इज एक्टिंग थ्रू दिस बॉडी,
हम्म
द सोल इज प्लेइंग थ्रू दिस बॉडी। अच्छा, हमें चैट बॉक्स में क्या लिखा है? शशि सिस्टर टेकन द रियल सोल। एक मिनट, क्या लिखा था आपने, कहाँ गया? आपने क्या लिखा था विपिन ब्रदर, चला गया मेरे। हाँ, शशि सिस्टर टेकन द रियल सोल, थैंक यू फॉर द टेक अवे, you formed the first lesson, reinforce the thought of I soul studying through the sensory organs of this body, right? बॉडी देख कर भी नहीं दिखनी चाहिए। हाँ जी, राइट। तो ये यही है, मतलब बॉडी देखते हुए भी नहीं देखना, आज भी मुरली में आया है आई थिंक, बॉडी देखते हुए भी नहीं देखना।
आज की मुरली तो अभी पढ़े नहीं है, कल की मुरली पढ़े थे, अभी बाकी है आज की।
हाँ जी, आज के उसमें भी बाबा ने कहा कॉन्स्टेंटली पढ़ाई तो मेन जिस पढ़ाई की यही है कि सोल कॉन्शियस में रहना है। बट वही है कि इतने सालों से, इतने जन्मों का जो हमारा वो
संस्कार।
संस्कार बना हुआ है, तो इट टेक्स टाइम, बहुत धीरे धीरे करके वो एफर्मेशन कर करके कि आई एम नॉट दिस बॉडी, आई एम अ सोल। जैसे सिस्टर शिवानी ने भी बुक में अभी आज के चैप्टर में दिया था ना, वो सारे एफर्मेशन, वही हम रिपीट करते रहे। आई द सोल, आई एम एन एनर्जी, using
पावर।
the body to act and interact. I the soul, am an energy which creates intentions, thought. यही सब हम अपने आप को रिपीट करते रहे तो हो जाएगा।
जी सिस्टर, थैंक
ठीक है,
यू।
थैंक यू
शांति।
सो मच सिस्टर। ओम शांति। थैंक यू। सुजाता सिस्टर, हाँ जी।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति सिस्टर।
Am I audible?
you're audible, sister.
My today's takeaway is like I realize that we are not seeing the world what it is actually. It is our consciousness is like a lens we wear mentally, and that lens dictates how we see the world. So consciousness refers to what we believe about ourselves, others, and the world itself. That means we are not really seeing what is, but we have some lens, some color which we are seeing through, which is not real. So this is why we do not see anything objectively. And then forgetting our true identity as souls, we have created ego. So which means we have earned the lens of ego consciousness. And the lens of ego does not let us identify ourselves as equal souls. So why we are not identifying ourselves as souls, that we should understand first. It is because of we have earned the lens of ego, and that is why we cannot see ourselves as souls. Another thing is our ego consciousness will make us see others as their role, and not see their true nature, compassion, kindness, and all. And then we feel either superior or inferior, which is also again ego consciousness. And this blocks our energies of respect, acceptance, and love for others. And emotions associated with ego are all negative emotions, such as aggression, intolerance, hatred, retaliation, which get triggered more often. So it is important to wear the lens of right consciousness, one that is true and fair for everyone. So
Right.
and also that see today whatever the problems in life, our personal life, interpersonal relationships, nature or world, the root cause of every issue or problem is ego consciousness.
Right.
Not the like we feel different problems cause, but actual cause is ego consciousness, which gets triggered when the anything comes during substance. So the main thing is we have to change this ego consciousness by awareness, ego consciousness. Then most of the problems will be solved because the problems are arising from ego consciousness. The only thing is because we are in the world ego consciousness for a long time. Now we have to make practice it with us for some time and scale slowly with our consciousness, and that is the solution to whole world become peaceful, loveful, and see each other with respect. Om
Right.
Shanti.
Right. Om Shanti. Thank you so much, sister. Okay. Raghav brother, Hansi.
Om Shanti.
Om
I'm
Shanti.
audible.
Hansi, yes, you're audible.
Today's takeaways are: let I soul whatever I think, feel, speak, act, interact with, read, write, watch, respond, and react to everything I do in life gets recorded on the soul at every movement. जो भी मैं सोच रहा हूँ, फील कर रहा हूँ, एक्ट कर रहा हूँ, रीड कर रहा हूँ, वॉच कर रहा हूँ या रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा हूँ, वो सब मेरी सोल पर रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है हर मूवमेंट में. आई सोल इज अ प्रीशियस डायमंड. मेरी जो सोल है वो एक डायमंड की तरह है जो सिग्निफाई करती है रियल आई को. आई द सोल रिसाइडिंग इन दिस बॉडी. मैं आत्मा भृकुटी के बीच में इस शरीर में विराजमान हूँ. I soul is a child of peace and purity in this body. मैं एक छोटे बच्चे की तरह शांत पवित्र हूँ. I am a pure soul living or working with the pure soul. मैं आत्मा पवित्र हूँ जो वर्क कर रही हूँ या लिव कर रही हूँ विद द प्योर सोल के साथ ओनली. ओम शांति. These are the takeaways. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hansi. Thank you, brother. Okay, Ruchi sister, Hansi.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti, sister.
Hanji, my today's takeaways, first one is that our every act is getting recorded. Whatever we think, feel, speak, act on, interact with, everything that we are doing in our life, that is getting recorded on the soul at every moment. That is our every karma is getting recorded. And very truly said by Sister Shivani that it is difficult to check and change the quality of every thought we create. So the best way is to practice I am a soul, which will make us automatically think right, speak right, work right, and live right. And next one is that we are living in an ego conscious world, actually. And everybody is ego conscious. And so that is separating us from others through different labels. And it is deriving us to achieve selfish motives. So if we can uh, somehow, with practice, we can remove this ego consciousness and understand this ki I am a pure soul living with this pure soul or working with these pure souls, then we can it can help us to become more soul conscious. And nowadays the practice that we are every day we are getting affirmation that I am a powerful soul or I am a peaceful soul. This also is helping us every day to remain in that consciousness. We have to check every time that am I practicing these things or not. And it helps, it is really helping. And the next is that the seat of the soul is in the center of the brain, and I'm the diamond in there. The soul is the diamond. तो इस डायमंड की चमक अगर बरकरार रखनी है तो इस कॉन्शियसनेस में हमेशा सोल कॉन्शियसनेस में ही रहना पड़ेगा. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sister. Thank you, everyone, for sharing so beautifully your takeaways. And thank you for participating in the groups and sharing your takeaways and doing the homework. So it's so inspiring and commendable जब आप सब अपने homework भेजते हैं रात को और takeaways लिखते हैं और जो हमारा जो सेफ स्पेस का दूसरा ग्रुप है शेयरिंग सर्कल जिसमें क्वेश्चंस होते हैं उनको आंसर करते हैं. तो with all these things, you know, we are working on ourselves, becoming more self-aware. And so thank you so much. So I'm learning from all of you as well. So, okay. So I will share the homework in the group. And thank you so much for joining. We'll just end the session with a beautiful song. Lots of blessings. Thank you. Om Shanti.
धुंधला जाए जो मंजिलें एक पल को तू नजर झुका झुक जाए सर जहां वहीं मिलता है रब का रास्ता तेरी किस्मत तू बदल दे रख हिम्मत बस चल दे तेरे साथी मेरे कदमों के हैं निशान तू ना जाने आस पास है खुदा 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 खुद पे डाल तू नजर, हालातों से हार कर कहाँ चला रे। हाथ की लकीर को मोड़ता मरोड़ता है हौसला रे। तो खुद तेरे ख्वाबों के रंग में तू अपने जहां को भी रंग दे, कि चलता हूँ मैं तेरे संग में। हो शाम भी तो क्या, जब होगा अंधेरा तब पाएगा दर मेरा, उस दर पे फिर होगी तेरी सुबह। तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा, तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा, तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा, तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा। मिट जाते हैं सबके निशान, बस एक वो मिटता नहीं है। मान ले जो हर मुश्किल को मर्जी मेरी है। हो हम सफर न तेरा जब कोई तू हो, जहाँ रहूंगा मैं वहीं, तुझसे कभी न एक पल भी मैं जुदा। तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा, 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 तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा।
Thank you so much everyone for joining. See you all tomorrow. Om Shanti.